This week, the Houston Texans take on Baltimore Ravens. And now this game is not at the usual 12 o'clock slot. It's at 3:25, so get your times right and mark it on your calendar. It doesn't start at 12, it starts at 3:25. And now let's get into this matchup. Let's look at the Texans offense versus the Ravens defense. Let's start off with the run game. I think the Texans should have plenty of success running the football. Last week, Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb ran all over, and I mean all over the Baltimore Ravens. So I think the Texans should be able to get some type of run game going. Look for somewhere around the same thing that David Johnson had last week against Kansas City. It should be somewhere around the same thing, like 70, 80 yards. But now, before we get any further, let's look at the injury report. So for the Texans, Brandon Cooks quad, Titus Howard ankle, Duke Johnson ankle, J.J. Watt hip, Jonathan Grenard ankle, Cullen Gillespie hamstring, Peter Kalambai hamstring, and Will Fuller not injury related, so he will play in this game. Calais Campbell not injury related, so he'll play. Justin Metabuk with a knee, I think he's out. They already ruled him out. Chris Moore is also out with a finger. Jimmy Smith hip questionable. Ronnie Stanley looks like a ankle. Oh no, Ronnie Stanley has a hip too. Justice Hill thigh. Brennan Williams not injury related, and Perrell McPhee not injury related. Now, in that injury report, the guys that I think that could actually miss this game, on the Texans side, there's only one, and that's Duke Johnson. He could miss this game. But on the Ravens side, Ronnie Stanley and Jimmy Smith, if they're not playing this game, the Texans should have a bunch of success and could even win this game because of those two guys not being there. Now, the run game. I expect the Texans to get something going in the run game. Pass rush-wise, I trust our offensive line to handle Calais Campbell, Matthew Judon, and all their other pass rushers that they have. And the Ravens really don't bring any pressure at all whatsoever. They have been looking for another pass rusher. They've been looking to get somebody. They've been trying to sign Jadeveon Clowney or trade for Unique Ngakoue. But now going on to the passing game, I expect the Texans to have a pretty average day passing the football. The Ravens have a shutdown corner in Marlon Humphrey, one of the most underrated corners in the league. And they have Jimmy Smith, a decent sidekick to him, another very nice corner. And if Jimmy Smith doesn't play, then the Texans should have a bunch of success. Because other than Jimmy Smith and Marlon Humphrey, I don't think anybody in that secondary is all that. Marcus Peters is straight up overrated. Marcus Peters is trash. Garbage. Yeah, really, just Marlon Humphrey and Jimmy Smith. Chuck Clark is average. So is Deshaun Elliott. And, yeah, they do have Tony Young, or whatever his name is. Whatever his name is, Tony Young, whatever his name is. I think it's Tavon Young. But, yeah, he's a decent player. But other than that, I don't think the Ravens really have anybody to stop the Texans' weapons, But the thing that I think that'll help the Ravens in this is because Watson still hasn't got much playing time with Brandon Cooks and Randall Cobb. So he's going to be relying on Will Fuller and Kenny Stills again. And Fuller, it matters. Fuller going to have a great day if he's not going against Marlon Humphrey. And he can have an average day if he's going against Marlon Humphrey. Because I think Will Fuller's a very capable wide receiver that can win some matchups against Humphrey, but not all of them, because Humphrey's also a very, very good corner. Now, as far as the other wide receivers like Brandon Cooks and Randall Cobb go, I expect things to get better. But I expect like maybe Cooks has like 4 catches, 50 yards, and Cobb from having 1 catch, he goes to having like 3 catches. Watson's going to trust them a little bit more, but he's still going to be eyeing Fuller and Stills. As far as Stills goes, I expect him to get some playing time. Because the Texans have so many wide receivers to work with. Now, as far as the tight ends go, I expect the Texans tight ends to have a great game. Because Chuck Clark, as I said before, is decent. What's his name? Deshaun Elliott's really nothing special. He's okay. So yeah, I really don't think. I think it was a huge mistake game-wise. I still think it was a good decision by the Ravens to save cap space by cutting Earl Thomas. But I think it was kind of, in the football scheme of things, I think it was a mistake. But yeah, I think the Texans tight end should have a good day. As far as running backs coming out the backfield, I expect them to have a decent day as well. Because the thing is, yes, the Ravens have Patrick Queen and another guy, I forgot his name, he's also pretty good. Yes, they have those guys, but those guys are still rookies. They're not get that much playing time. So I think the Texans should have a pretty decent day. All around on offense, pretty decent day. As far as the Texans defense goes on the Ravens offense, I expect it to be borderline unwatchable. The Ravens are just going to be scoring a bunch of points. The only thing the Texans, now, as far as the run game goes, I expect the Texans to get completely gashed in the run game unless Jonathan Grenard gets to play the whole game. But I think Texans are going to be, stubborn, and they're going to put Brennan Scarlett and Bernardrick McKinney out there when they should be putting guys like Dylan Cole that can cover and guys like Jonathan Grenard that can stop Lamar at the backfield. They also have J.K. Dobbins and Mark Ingram. Now, as far as those guys go, I expect them to have good days running the ball too. The Ravens should have 125 plus yards, maybe even 150 plus yards. I don't think the Texans can stop the Ravens' run game. Now, how did the Texans actually could take advantage of Ronnie Stanley being out. If he's out, you put in Jacob Martin. I don't think Whitney Merciless can really get the job done because he's not that good of a player. I don't think he can really get the job done, but he can do a pretty decent job. And as far as the Texans' passing defense against the Ravens' passing offense, I expect it to be, decent. I expect them to be doing a decent job because the Ravens really don't have many weapons outside of Hollywood Brown. Now, I did say that those receivers don't scare me, but a guy who terrifies me, Mark Andrews, and even Nick Boyle, tight ends. I don't think the Texans have anybody to stop the Ravens' tight ends. Maybe Eric Murray, but I don't know. I don't think the Texans can really stop this Ravens offense. It's gonna be a very borderline unwatchable game because Lamar Jackson was the MVP, arguably the best quarterback in the league. Lamar Jackson's just on another level when it comes to running the football. Dude is basically a running back playing the quarterback position. Now, I'm not trying to insult Lamar's arm because he does have a pretty decent arm. He throws it to tight ends. He can throw it deep here and there, but he's mainly known for his running abilities. And I think that the Ravens could do whatever they want on this Houston defense. The only thing that's going for the Texans on defense versus offense is pass rush. Now, as far as my predictions go for this game, I am going 30-19 Ravens win. Now, I don't think it's going to be a terribly bad loss by like 20 points. I don't think it's going to be like 41-7 like last time. But I still think it's going to be a pretty bad loss. I think 30-19. I don't think the Texans can score more than 20 points on offense due to, Tim Kelly might be stubborn. O'Brien might be stubborn to do different things. And the Ravens have arguably the best defense in the league, in my opinion, the best defense in the league. And they, of course, have a top 2 offense. You can argue Mahomes and the Chiefs offense or the Ravens offense. I think the Ravens have a great offense, great defense, all around a great team. So I think the Texans lose by 11. Now, there is a way the Texans could win this game, but I just don't see them doing it because they're just stubborn. Now, the way they could win is they actually could just go for the tight ends. And you take advantage of the garbage Marcus Peters, the terrible Marcus Peters, and you win this game. I just don't think the Texans are going to do it. I think the way to win this game, you have to go on quick out routes to win this game. Quick out routes, keep the ball in Watson's hands and take long drives so you can drain clock. But yeah, I think Texans have to lose or gonna lose this game 30-19. I mean, the Ravens are very hard to stop. But yeah, that's pretty much it for my video. Tell me you guys' predictions down below, and yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video.